So are we talking business or bull crap? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 10, episode 2. As I said, business or bull crap. We start right off, honey. We're going over here to the Frost Bistro, and it seems as though there's a whole problem down here at this restaurant for Rashida and the Frost children. Basically, it's the children's restaurant. They basically have created a restaurant, a business for the kids. I love it. I love the whole idea of it. The kids are really running the business themselves. They're running the business. They're doing the damn thing with the business. But baby, they ghetto. Ghetto, honey. They're ghetto. They down there, child, you got the two sons, okay? The two sons got each of their girlfriends working there, and then they got their sister there. The two girlfriends done got to fighting, baby. They done bust out and got to scrapping. The sister done got in it. Now, I don't know which side the sister was on. See, they ain't go into all that. Now, I'm Nebby, so I really wanted to know. Whose side was she on, honey? What happened? Or was she whooping on both of them hoes? I don't try to call them hoes, child. Was that she whooping on both of them hoes about disrespecting the parents' business? They never actually said. I don't know what the sisters part in all of this, because it seems as though the sister wasn't speaking to neither one of them when they put them together. Okay, so it was all really a mess. Okay, and then at one point in the show, we actually had Kirk went and he actually talked to his financial planner and that, and they was telling him, you know, because everything with the pandemic and all of that going on, the business lost money. They are literally $1 million in the red as pertains to Frost Bistro. But he told them the business is definitely worth saving. It's definitely worth saving, but they definitely got to make some changes. Okay? A lot of product went bad. Things that are really outside of their control. But the stuff on the inside, like, scrap all that. They don't care about all that. You need to get that together. You need to get that together. You got a business that will fix itself, and it's worth sticking with it. Then we go and we had this whole conversation between Kirk and Rashida. Now listen to this. This is, oh, and we seen the baby doing his school thing, child. That little baby, he just runs the house. He ain't a little baby no more. He's school age. But he's running the whole house. He runs the house. And that's all. And looking just like Rashida. He run that house. He's funny. So we go. And she sits down with all of them. Okay, so she's talking to them, and we're getting the story, and it's going on, and she's saying, you know, things can't stay like this. So at one point, Kai, which is the one that we know, the one that had the problems in the social media and the ding dong out and different things like that. Kai, you know, Kai's no stranger to stardom. We all know Kai. Okay, so Kai done got up, had his moment, had him a scene. He done walked out. He's the manager. So he's like, I never even asked to be manager. All this stuff, and it's like falling on me, and then I'm supposed to be telling everybody what to do, and then when people don't do what they're supposed to do, then that's part of being management. So Kirk has said to him, listen, I don't like the tension between the siblings. You and your brother ain't got no business fighting with each other. Definitely your sister. Y'all ain't got no business fighting. You three siblings need to fix it and keep it fixed. Y'all don't ever have a reason to be fighting amongst each other. So that was Kirk's stance. Rashida's stance, and I don't know if y'all caught this, but Rashida was in there, and it just made me like Rashida even more. I said, wow. Rashida spoke to them. It was crazy to see how she balanced this. I was like, Sister Rashida, you did that. She balanced it where she spoke to them stern as a boss ass woman, as a boss. Listen, this ain't about this bullshit y'all doing. I got a business here, and I need to run my business. And if I have to get rid of all y'all's ass to run my business, I very well will do that. I'll do that. Straight up boss chick. Straight up. But it was balanced in a way. It wasn't nasty. It wasn't very curt. It was serious. They knew the seriousness of it. But in her speaking, if you watch, Rashida handled all of them. Her three and the two girlfriends. Because the daughter is not actually not Rashida's, is she? Isn't the two, I think it's the two boys or Rashida's, and the daughter's from somebody else with Kirk. And then the two girlfriends, so I think only the two boys are actually hers. But when she spoke, and you know, as she went through the business part and then the personal part of it, she's telling me, y'all gotta get it together. She spoke as if she was each one of the five's mother. You felt a motherly love over top of all five of these young people. And I sat here and I watched, and the balancing act of that whole thing, because that thing could have got really ugly. Really ugly. The balancing act of that whole thing just said to me, Rashida's a real one. She's a fierce woman. And she handled that. And an awesome mother. An awesome mother. Only an awesome mother figure could have handled that situation like that. And none of those people, none of those five young people, I don't think, walked away feeling like, well, she ain't my mother, and that's why she said, she didn't side with anybody. She was unhappy with all five. She held all five accountable. And she put it on the backs of all five to fix it. And if y'all don't fix it, all five of y'all gonna pay. Fierce, serious woman. That was black girl power. That really was. I was so impressed with that. And that truly made me really like Rashida even more. That was good shit. That was good shit. So, that was, you know, usually I'll be giving y'all, I'll be like, Rashida and Kirk gone. This was good. This was good. Seeing them do it. That was like good reality TV. That was good. I was really impressed with that. Really impressed with Rashida and Kirk. You know, Kirk, I see where you're coming from. But Rashida, she did that. Anyway, all right, let's go. Let's go over here to, we got a new person. Amaretta, the Great. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black girl. Now, you know, there's always this thing of the light girls versus the dark girls, and you know, the colorism thing. That's always like this little thing. And I just looked at her. This girl, she's beautiful. She is truly beautiful. She looks like a young version of Kenya Moore. She really does. And she's a rapper. And this was the thing that I was so impressed with her. Because she's so confident. She's so confident, okay? And there was no air of the colorism thing hanging over this scene. But I can imagine that it actually does play a part with her. I know that it's there. One, she's in the South. Two, she's in the industry, okay? Three, she's a rapper and she's female, okay? And her thing is, she is basically an independent artist. She's self-managed. She used to be managed by her mom. And she had to fire her mom, okay? Momagers don't always work. Most times they don't work. But she had to fire her mom and all that. She's looking to get herself a team behind her and to find herself some good management. But just her look, unapologetic, and she's like my complexion. Unapologetically dark-skinned, beautiful girl. Unapologetically a girl, but not a girly girl. She girly enough. She got the nails and she got the hair and she got her makeup, but she dresses like she is a whole Aaliyah vibe. That's her vibe. She's like, I don't want to be outwardly sexual. I'm not going to let them make me into this sexual image. I don't like that. I spit fire. What I'm saying is about something. I talk my shit, and I want people paying attention to that. I ain't getting ready to do all that gimmicking. I'm not going to put on no little clothes. I'm not getting ready to do any of that. I was really impressed with her. Really impressed with her, because a lot of times we do see it when the colorism thing is there, you know, girls will bend to an image that's not really them to throw that other thing off. So that's, I was really, I think I'm going to like Amaretta. And we found out later on she is actually friends, well, she's building a friend with Lil Baby Tate. And they basically, this is so completely different than what the industry gives. They were supporting each other on social media. And here it is, Baby Tate is the bigger artist. And she reached out to Amaretta. She was a fan. And she forged a friendship. So we're watching them build this friendship. And it seems to be a very healthy friendship between two young black girls, brown girls. And there's nothing superficial. It just, one is more popular than the other. She said, I'm having a session. Come in on the session, you know. And she's like opening the door to the world, her world, letting her see different things and different things. And I was here for it. I'm here for it. Now, we also found out Lil Baby Tate got her a little boyfriend over in LA who's a rapper as well. We didn't meet him yet, but we're going to meet him. And again, they spoke about the momager situation. So then later on, we actually met Akila, which is Amaretta's mother. Now, Akila is a piece of work. Built bad. All she's built, I said, baby, you better have a grown daughter and be built bad. Built bad, okay? And yeah, she's like ping pong, built bad. And she is upset because her daughter did basically kind of like what she feels is a diss track, but it's not. That's the type of rapping that she does. She raps about her experience. She raps more like a boy than like the girls. It's not, I coochie good, and she ain't doing none of that. She ain't doing none of that. She raps like a boy. Like she's telling her real life. It's true live rap is what she does. And in her song, she basically is telling her story of this pain situation that she had where her mother basically put this man before her, and she didn't treat her children very well. She just tapped out as a mom. She didn't do the best as a mom. And seeing them interact, the mom is basically living in denial. And she's like, she said herself, I ain't admitting to that, none of that. It's you, it's your memories, it's kind of clouded. It's the whole deflection. It's the whole deflection and a delusion. You screwed up. You screwed up. And she don't want to admit it. And she basically said, I'm not going to admit it. Now, this is what I will say about this. This is what I will say about this. And I don't like that color hair. Because in this scene, Amaretta had she had like some blonde highlights. I didn't like them. They're too light. They're too light, and the mixture of it didn't look good on her for some reason. She had to get she needs something else more warm. She can go up to another blonde, and it just, that wasn't warm enough. It was washing her out a little bit. It was giving me dirty dishwater. So I didn't like that. But still, beautiful girl. Beautiful, built nice, all, you know, she got the whole package. She really does. It felt like a reenactment. So I'm going to say that. Akila's not an actress. She's not an actress. Amaretta is actually she's functioning from a place of her pain, so she's able to reenact it. I really feel like this whole scene, this whole situation, their storyline feels like something that they've already worked through, and they're actually reenacting it for the show. And Akila needs some classes. That's how I feel. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. But I feel like they've already worked through this, and we just want to actually see them work through it. It feels like a reenactment. But I think the situation was real. I think it was real, but I don't think it's going on right now. I think we're looking at a reenactment of it. Anyway, so I said that. So this is that. So we had that go on. Okay, then most of the rest of the show, we actually got to see this whole situation with Until Freedom, which is a group that is paired up with Yandy, and there were some other people there who were reality stars. Portia was there, Young Jock was there, Carly Red showed up. A lot of important people came and used their platform to do this whole thing. They did a press conference and a march right down on the DA's office in Louisville. They were dealing directly with Breonna Taylor's mom and that whole thing. So we seen a lot of that in this episode. And Mendeecees was there, so we dealt with the situation about Mendeecees being there, and he's on probation, and the fear of him actually being locked up during the protest and all of that. Everybody was really on top of all of the different issues going on. So I was really impressed with that. Everybody's needs were being met. It wasn't just a mishmash of, okay, we just going to do this and we don't know how it's going to turn out. We ain't going to try to protect nobody. Everybody's needs were being met. Every situation individually was being addressed to literally keep everybody as safe as possible. I was impressed with that. So we got to see that. We saw Sean Ali, who is Muhammad Ali's cousin. They had this dinner for all of the people. They said, you know, they spent so much time marching and stuff, but they never really just have a chance to chill. So they actually had put together, the day before the march, they put together a dinner and everything at the Muhammad Ali Center, and did some history of the center and the grounds of the center. Just dinner for the whole group, and found out basically really how difficult it is to try to comfort and console Breonna Taylor's mom, because there's nobody in the crowd that could really tell her, I know how you feel. Nobody would dare. I know, because you don't know how she feels. But she's very strong. You know, you got to see she's a very strong lady. And she was very appreciative of everything that was being done and everybody's support and everything like that. So that's basically what we saw throughout this episode. One last thing, Safari, Erica. Well, we didn't see too much of Safari, but we saw Erica and her sister Lisa. And she came down, and this is when Erica drops the boom and says, girl, I'm 23 weeks pregnant. He doesn't even know about it yet. I didn't know I was pregnant. I was still getting periods and all of this kind of thing. So all of this is going on. The sister basically spoke to Erica. She spoke with some sense. It wasn't all of this drama and foolishness. She spoke with sense and told her, you know, I've been through this. You know, when I had my one child, I was going through the same thing, the same type of situation. And she's like, girl, pray for your husband. Maybe the new baby coming will get things back on track. But I do understand where you're at. So that was a really good scene with Erica. And it was like sense-filled. It wasn't all that drama and bull crap. So really, I thought this was a good episode. It was good. It was, no, you know, there was drama, but it wasn't like unnecessary, silly reality TV drama. It was actually like a good episode with like nuts and bolts and really some substance to it, in my opinion. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. I'll see y'all next week. Later.